And Judd in Las Vegas, you are on the air with Congressman Pocan.
Oh, thank you very much. Good to talk to you, fellas.
Thank you.
I'm just really concerned about the whole Mueller investigation getting derailed by the latest I heard on Stephanie's program. They were talking about how both senators now, the Senate is siding, and siding with Trump and everything. So, I mean, what is there anything to really prevent them? Because if he can get rid of Sessions, which I guess he's trying to do, he can put somebody else in there and come along without being recused and just say, "Oh, this is nothing. Let's get rid of it."
Yeah, Judd, your concern on this issue is very valid because clearly they would love to get rid of this investigation. Watching the president say they've been investigating for a year and they've proven there's no collusion is ridiculous, right? Because they just keep honing in closer and closer and closer to him in his campaign. We've seen a few people from the Tea Party, Jim Jordan, I think, and maybe it was Mark Meadows and another member say that they're trying to go after Attorney General Sessions, or just what you said, so they can get someone in to try to shut down the investigation. I think, though, this is one where they're so far out of the loop of reality because the public knows what's going on. There is public support for this, and it goes beyond just Democrat, Republican, Independent. And if they do this, they will look awful for doing it. And I think we just have to keep our public pressure. We need to, on a regular basis, call our members of Congress and our senators and say, if you do anything about this investigation, you're not going back to Congress. And we just have to be very clear on that because this has been a very fair, thought-out investigation. It has to run the course. And they can't try to get away with whether it be getting rid of Sessions or Mueller in some other way. We have to, as the public, stay where we're at right now, which is opposed to that.
Yeah. Steve in McVeigh, Pennsylvania. You're on the air with Congressman Pocan.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, and I'll try to make this quick. I have a two-part on DACA. The first one is people talk about comprehensive immigration reform. I was wondering if the congressman could tell me what's wrong with the current laws we have that you need to change them with comprehensive immigration reform. And the other part is, how do we prevent this from happening 20 years down the road where we have millions of people coming in here and we're right back in this? And should that be part of the DACA, this comprehensive reform? Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, so this is, Donald Trump just recently coming up with this. And, of course, according to Donald Trump, this is all stuff that comes out of the alt-right movement, right? Almost, chain migration. Everything he says is their language and their rhetoric. So I don't believe he's really about immigration reform. To be fair, I think it was 2 sessions ago, there was a bipartisan compromise that came out of the Senate that had pretty strong support from both parties that would have provided some extra border security and things that probably were required or necessary, but also had a pathway to citizenship for aspiring Americans. That didn't get through the House. And I think if you want to talk comprehensive, there is a foundation to look at. But I don't think Donald Trump is talking about that kind of foundation. Donald Trump doesn't believe in anyone being here. Look, he just kicked out people from El Salvador now. He's been a pattern of this country after country. He's going down the rhetoric of the alt-right movement on this, and I'm just not buying it right now. So, we're going to be very steadfast on DACA should be fixed because you broke it. We don't trade for this. A wall is not going to happen with any Democratic support. And, we're open to comprehensive immigration reform. It's just because you use the words doesn't mean we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, I think he likes the word comprehensive. It sounds big. Jack in Pine Valley, California, you're on with Congressman Pocan. We got about a minute and a half to the break, so make it quick, please.
Thank you. What are your thoughts on Schumer or Pelosi negotiating with Trump to avoid a government shutdown only if Trump shows us his tax returns?
Yeah, Jack, I'll tell you, as much as, we should see them, and especially after the tax bill, would really love to see them. He said he wasn't going to benefit. Clearly, he's going to benefit. But I think we have real policy stuff like DACA and like making sure we keep that dollar-for-dollar agreement on non-military spending so we don't see cuts to programs that actually benefit people. I think they're probably at a higher level and more important than the tax return issue in and of itself. Even though we still push it, we still take votes on it, we're trying to get them. I think on this we have to negotiate at a very much a policy level.
Yeah. Joe in Tucson, Arizona. We got 1 minute. Quick one. Joe?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the air.
I want to take you off speaker. I just wanted to ask the congressman, how come nobody is bringing up the fact that we got a $34 a month increase in Social Security, but Medicare Part B went up $30, my Part D went up $15, and my supplement went up $20. Where's the increase?
Yeah, no, trust us. Many of us have. I mean, we, in the Progressive Caucus, I think one of the things we've been trying to do is change that increase to Social Security period to be the CPI-E, which takes in consideration expenses that seniors have. 25% of the income is on medicines, and my 88-year-old mother, almost 89, is not driving anymore, so gasoline inflation doesn't affect her. So, we're talking about all these things, and in fact, what we're going to be talking about as we talk about this tax policy is now that they blew the hole in the deficit, they're now going after those programs, and we're going to have to all fight together for that.
Amen.